Okay, before we get started, just a couple quick things to talk about. The limited edition's loaded with extras, so I'll point out most of them as we head down the road. But what I want to show you right away is the 0 to quote unquote 60 on the standard hybrid system. So this is 236 horsepower. If I go ahead and throw this in sport mode, which is supposed to give me a quicker 0 to 60 time, we'll check it out. Here we go. So that was just at 35 miles an hour. I'm in a kind of a commercial district here. But one of the things that I really like about the hybrid systems in all the Toyotas, especially like the Primes and the Max editions, but also in the standard edition like this, is with the hybrid system, the electric motors respond very quickly, and so your off the line performance with these is really fantastic, even though you don't see a tremendous amount of horsepower, and it is quote unquote a 4-cylinder engine. It's a turbocharged engine, and it just really pops. I like it a lot. I don't know that I'd go with the Max engine other than if I really want to go fast. But so we're kind of heading through this business park, and it's time that they refinish this road, I can tell. But it is pretty bumpy. I'll give you a sense for the noise, harshness, and vibration on this, so I'll shut up for just a minute. Probably can't hear it all that well. Excuse me. But I'm not going to alter the sound quality of this at all. I'm just going to let it ride so you can get a sense for how quiet it is in the car. It is a very solid, stable ride, no doubt about it, and this road, frankly, is not good. Now, it does have an electronic power braking system, electric power steering on here. Go through some residential neighborhoods up here, give me an opportunity to speak more to the features on the inside. Leather steering wheel, heated steering wheel on here as well, and I must have accidentally turned it on because it's definitely warming up here. Ventilated seats for the front driver and front passenger. Heated seats for all the outboard passengers. There's that heated seat, heated steering wheel switch. So this road right here is a bit smoother. It's a boulevard road, one lane each way, so not a lot of traffic. But as we drive along here, we've got two electronic displays. They're both 12.3 inches. Of course, the one behind the steering wheel, that's going to be your speedometer, your trip meter, your eco charging system for the hybrid system. That's obviously all right here. And then we've got a 12.3 inch multimedia center, which has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's Alexa compatible, has Sirius satellite radio. This is the JBL audio system. So we've got 11 speakers, one subwoofer, and it's a phenomenal sound system. Of course, JBL makes great speakers. They've been doing audio for I don't know how long, quite a while. So a very good sound system. Now this particular limited is the front wheel drive edition, also available as an all-wheel drive. I think that adds like $1,200 or $1,500 to the price. So if you do need an all-wheel drive, that is available. This is front-wheel drive. Won't notice any difference here in the summertime, of course. Now this one's riding on the 21-inch cast aluminum wheels with the low-profile performance tires. So it does have a little bit more road noise from those wider tires. And the suspension's a little, or those wheels do give you maybe a more stiffer ride. It's a fully independent front suspension, fully independent rear suspension with four-wheel disc brakes at all four corners. Of course, we have anti-lock brakes, we have traction control, we have stability control, and then we have the Safety Sense 3.0, which has lane tracing assist, dynamic radar cruise control, pedestrian detection, parking sensors, all those great safety features that Toyota includes. With every Toyota, if it has 3.0, it's going to have the same safety features across the board. I do like these displays. They're easy to read. Even though it's a bright sunny day, the Limited with the panel roof up here, which is where my camera's on, brings in a lot of light, but it doesn't wash out the displays. It's still bright enough and vibrant enough to be able to read those displays comfortably. Limited edition Crown comes with, I think I said, heated seats on all 4 seats, ventilated seats up front, a power driver seat with two-way power lumbar support. The passenger seat does not have the power lumbar support. It does have power forward and backwards and recliner. Visibility's pretty darn good out the front. The dashboard sits up a little bit higher, and so the windshield is not as big as like a minivan or an SUV. And then the outside mirrors have great visibility. They're a little bit larger. They're heated outside mirrors, and they also have blind spot monitoring. So there's little yellow icons that pop up in the mirror if somebody's in the blind spot. So when this car in front of me was over here, it lit up in the driver's side mirror, indicating there's somebody over there. Yeah, if you're looking for maybe a smoother ride, then the Nightshade package might not be the way to go with the 21-inch wheels that are on here. Going with a smaller wheel with a wider sidewall will give you a little bit smoother ride. I'm not saying this is harsh, but it is firm, and that firmness gives you better control at high speeds during cornering situations. So there's a variety of options you can go with on the Crown. You could go with a Platinum. You could go with a Limited without the Nightshade package. It just depends on what kind of ride you're looking for day to day. This feels more sporty, and if you went to the Max engine on this, you're going to find a big difference in performance between the two. But this is 236 horsepower. This is still pretty darn good performance, especially with fuel economy coming in at 41 miles 41 miles per gallon combined city and highway. That's really very good out of a full-size car. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I would say it gets off the line pretty nicely, kind of hits a dead spot in there, and then all of a sudden the turbochargers really kick in, or turbocharger, I should say, really kicks in, and then it gives you that last big push, which is really nice. So it's like zing, zing, and then zing up even further when you hit it. I'll slide out here into traffic, get up to highway speed a little bit. I've noticed that driving on the highways these days has become a competitive sport. Everybody thinks they're a race car driver, I guess. So I'm going to be quiet so you can hear the wind and road noise here. Wind noise is barely noticeable. Road noise is there, and I think it's those larger, wider tires are picking up the road noise. Not terrible, but it's there. It's noticeable. That rolling 60. Yeah, the rolling 60 to 70 is pretty quick. That car cut in front of me there, but so I had to back off. But pretty darn good. So overall, you know, out on the highway, a nice, smooth touring car, definitely a good highway car, run around out on the highway. Even in town, 41 miles per gallon. Are you kidding me? Out of a car that, you know, is a full-size sedan with 41 miles per gallon, 236 horsepower. Man, 10 years ago, you wouldn't have even thought of that kind of fuel economy out of a car that performs and is as significant as the Crown. So definitely a great car, not like any other car on the road. The style is completely different. The hybrid, I mean, I don't know that, other than Lexus, I don't know of anybody offering a hybrid full-size sedan like this that's available in all-wheel drive. So a great vehicle. You'll have to stop by Smart Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin. Take one for a test drive. Check out their website, smarttoyota.com, and give them a call. Go by and test drive one and decide for yourself. But a really great car. Hey, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, write that in the comments. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. This is Tony talking Car Biz. Thanks for watching.